Are still. Alright, maybe no, maybe no. Fuck. If I only use Wi-Fi. Let's see what happens. I'm still getting hella dropped frames. Wait, it's getting better now? Let's go! I just had to turn my fucking wired connection off, so something's wrong with that. Alright, VPN actually helps here, because I can change which connection I have on. And it will just, I can just switch. Yeah, okay, that's good. I can change which connection I have, and not disconnect from the stream. So for some reason, is my cable like that or something? I have no clue, dude. Like, did I forget to pay for that or something? No way. Hold on, I'm gonna check real fast. That'd be kind of funny. Anyway. I have done some off-stream stuff. I should get started on that. Like, explaining those. Honestly, it's just pain. I tried to get light propagation to work. And, I didn't. Right? I got to the point where I'm, thinking, oh, how should this work? Right? And, I never really got to the point where it just worked. And then I looked again at, some blog posts, basically. And, some documentation on, how other people have done these kinds of things. And from there, I was like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Because I also read this before, but it didn't really make sense. But then when I tried to do it myself, and I encountered the problems, and then I read it again, then it made sense. I was like, oh, okay. This is why we do this. At least that's what I felt like, right? Yeah. Pip, pip. Anyway, I will quickly attempt this, and if I get dropped frames, then I will switch back to the Wi-Fi connection. I mean, this might be rough. Let's see. And everything is still fine. Okay. I have no idea if that was Twitch or actually my connection, but everything works now. Everything works. Everything works. We can be happy. There's this 298 dropped frames. And no more. That's good. Also, is the chat overlay working? Let me refresh that. I don't see any text on it. That's a bit bad. No, no. This is the most scuff start ever, but that's fine. It happens. Nice. There's this. Welcome to the chat room. That's good. Actually, I was thinking I should probably have some background color on the chat. Uh, let's see. Let's actually do this first. Because having some background of the chat would make it a bit more readable. And this is the CSS, there's not going to be any leaked things. I'm going to have this here anyway. Let's see. Where do I say that it's transparent? Or is it a filter I apply on this? filters. We don't have any filters. I wonder how this is transparent. Because this is not transparent. This is not... Oh, background color here. Let's do like... This from 0 to 1 or 255. Let's check it. Right. Let's do this. Copy it back. Properties. Alright. CSS didn't want to apply. Refresh. Oh, okay. Now it's like completely opaque. That's like good. So I assume it has to be like, oh, something like this. Properties. We go here, paste this in. Okay. Doesn't want to use the CSS, so we refresh. Hey, there we go. Is it worse now? It's not worse. It's just the first welcome to the chat room that's bad. So now if I have some other text under here, it's like hopefully a bit more readable. Right? But maybe I should actually do this with a text shadow. I have no idea how to do that. I'll just leave the background color and leave it at that. Also, I'm gonna clear this off. I don't like having that there. Let me refresh. The chat has to be perfect, guys. Alright, there we go. I kind of want to make that... even less transparent, but it's fine. It can live there. There we go. That's good. Now, what are we doing here? We are trying to make light propagation happen. So I wonder if I changed the title of the stream. I think I did. Yep, I did. That's good. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Discord. I need to ping Discord. Anyway. Anyway. There we go. Now we have pinged the Discord. What do we do? Doopy dabba doo. We do light propagation. So I'm not gonna go over these changes because this is stuff that didn't work. And this is also, I mean, this is like bringing it to closer to what would work. But basically before I had one function, a relight world, and then I did everything here. Now this is the initial light pass to the world. So we get all the lights, you know, everything that has material 6, which is logs currently. We get all the lights, and then we add them to our light queue, and then we propagate that light. And then we transfer the light data to mesh instances. I wonder what this function is doing. Anyway. And, you know, I also have some convenience function here, where I can easily just give one position, a light level, and boom. And then the light just gets propagated. Very simple stuff. And, you know, it just makes a light queue, and, you know, like uses this internal version of propagate light. I should make this function a bit better. Because here, if we... Yeah, this is also garbage. I don't want to use this. What I should be doing... Also, I have the set light function. I was thinking how the interface is gonna look when you want to change light. Anyway, so we're gonna have this thing here, but shouldn't really do this. We have no like use light level concept here. We just have the light level straight from the function call. Yep. And based on if this is 0 or if it's something else than 0, we should be propagating a decrease or an increase. And decreases are basically always setting to 0, and increases are, yeah, something non-zero, I guess. That makes sense. And if we're trying to propagate an increase into an area, like if we have some area where the light is 15 everywhere, and you try to propagate a increase to a level of 7, it just doesn't do anything. And yeah. Yep. That makes sense. I think there might be some small intricacies there, but that's fine. So, I have this propagate light function, and we want to have increases and decreases separately. But I think I can still have just one function. Yeah. Like basically, I just need 2 phases. I need loop 1, which is propagating decreases. And then after that, I do the loop 2, which is propagating increases. Sure, I just need one more. One more here. This probably doesn't have to do a vec DQ, but whatever. Actually, this doesn't have to be a tuple. It just decreases light increase Q, light decrease Q. Because this always sets to 0 again. And this is, you know, this actually needs some light data. That's fine. Let's see, how many functions cry now? How many places? Oh yeah, okay, the function itself is crying. That's fine. Increase Q, light increase Q. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna fix the loop in a second, but I can also comment it out for now. So 1062. And here we're not gonna have a any decreases when we do the initial lighting to the world, so we're just gonna pass a empty vec DQ. That's fine. 181. Propagate light. Oh yeah. Now, depending on if this is a 0 or a 1, we need to like supply the argument at a different position. Well, that's simple. Zero. Yeah. Actually, I will do this here. Else, we have this here, here, boom. Actually, I want to copy this line. And we have now nothing for increases, and here we're gonna have nothing for decreases. Now that I think about it, I don't think we will ever go to this function with increases and decreases. It's always going to be one or the other. It's also fine. Like, doing this is fine. Doesn't really matter. Oh, true, but these cues are different. True. Yeah, the type of that cue should be different. Can I just do it like this? Differing paths. Let's go. The increase queue is empty. XDQ. New. This. Else path. I'm wondering if this works. This is like, I have a different path for, like, on the different paths, this variable is gonna get different types. I forgot to hold shift. Technically, it should work. Got a lot of outdated comments. Get this out of here. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't like this. That's fine. I shouldn't cry anymore? Yep. We'll do a quick cargo format. Next. We are basically here already. Nice. Yep. Okay. Guess I'm gonna have this for both of the paths. Visited positions, but I do need to clear this in between the loops, right? I think at least or then I'm not gonna even have this is an outside variable. I think this is the only two places where I call this propagate light function. Oh, actually, no. I do call it in real light world as well. And we do have quite a bit of things added to this. This is stinky logic. Stinky logic. I don't know if having a separate function would be better, actually. It might be better, but we'll roll with this for now. And, yeah. If it seems bad, then we can always refactor. Refactoring is always an option. Okay. Now we actually want to get to the logic of how do we propagate the light decreases. And let's first actually get the thing. Where else? This is our break condition. I could do this as a while loop, but I like the syntax better. Oh. Let me cheat. Let me read what I have written down. So we take the front node. I'm basically just hold on, actually. I don't wanna leak my anime list. So I'm reading this, right? So we have a thing in our queue. Oh, you set the light to 0 before you do anything else? Interesting. So we take a look at all the neighbors. So we do the same thing as here. We take all the offset positions. If their light level is non-zero, and it's less than the current node, then add them. Q, set their light level 0. Yep. And that's it. It's pretty simple. I don't know if I would have come up with this thing on my own. Maybe after a while. But having it just be written down very clearly, it makes it a lot easier. And I still had trouble, like, comprehending it the first time I read it. I had to, like, struggle a bit implementing this myself, and then I was like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Think we want to do this anyway. Let me cheat on my notes. Ooh, actually, I don't want to do this. Or do I? We'll do this, and if it doesn't work, then this might be incorrect. I was thinking should not be incorrect, but we'll see. And we want to take the light level of this space, so I don't think we care about what block it is. We actually care about only the light, right? I'm gonna get both anyway. It's basically a copy of this. Okay. So what's the check? So we want to see if it's not 0 and it's less than the current node. Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense. Is I guess if the light level is 0, then we just continue. Because this should already be like handled. I guess that's the logic there. I'm just reading this thing over and over and thinking about the logic. It seems a bit silly. Well, oh my god. I wanted to drag the window, not fucking rearrange my tabs. And I'm just gonna use the keyboard shortcuts. So here, the author looks if the surrounding light levels are non-zero. So we do that here. And it's also an additional check to see if the neighbor's level is less than our current light level. And, you know, it's set to 0. Then we check if the neighbor's level, you know, if this is not true, then we check, oh, is the neighbor's level bigger or equal to our light level? And then we add it to the propagation queue. But I think what you can do is if the light level is 0, then we can just skip. Like, we're not going to do anything with it. Like, if our level is 0, and, yeah. We'll see how it works, I guess. I think this is good, though. I think... Right removal, BFSQ. Yeah. So it's the first path where we do that. Now, we're checking if the neighbor level, so other light, the light level, is smaller than like our current light level. Do we actually get it anywhere? We should get it somewhere here. So we're checking if this is the case. Okay. I think there's the logic error here, but I also might be dumb. Yeah, because I think the first error in this post is that you can have a 0 value here, put into the light increase queue. I don't think you ever want that. Even if our level is 0, you know, if our level is 0 and the neighbor's level is 0, we're not going to do anything with that. Unless the logic here works a bit different and like the things have to be in the queue to be processed, then I guess that makes sense. But for me, that doesn't really make sense. And also the other thing is that here, so we look at the neighbor, and if it's not 0 and it's less than our current one, we set it to 0. We set it to 0, and then we add it to the like removal queue. And let's say we're the neighbor now, but the neighbor's like when we get here as the neighbor, our level is going to be 0. So how is the neighbor level ever going to be below our level? This has to be like a deferred set or something. Like it can't work like this. Like if I go here, so we have some value here. We're gonna set it to 0, and we're gonna compare. Okay, is 0, is our neighbor of 14 smaller than 0? That's not gonna be true. That's never gonna be true. So we have to check like the before value before we just set it to 0. That's obvious, but interesting. So the decrease queue still does need to know the actual light level. Yeah. Yeah, so this is basically the exact same. Yeah. Yeah. Or then we just set it here. We don't need to carry the light info here. We just need to like curate it here. We want to produce unnecessary queries. And remembering would do that. Well, let's just do the dumb thing first. I think that's all you need for that. Well, let's check. 1146. Yep. Always let else. I just forget. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. But now we, do this get light thing for when we are the neighbor, and then when we query the neighbor, we also do get light. That's like wasted effort. I need to make this DQ instead. Just have the light level, and the only time we query it is right here. And then, next time when we get to the neighbor, we already know what the level is. But it will only affect performance. It would not actually affect how this works. What do we actually need here? Light data. Position, light, and then chunks and chunks to relight. Okay. Using the wrong braces. Light level. 0. I actually don't want this to be split between multiple times. Holy, I forgot what I'm writing. Anyway, I don't have many loops here, so I can find it that way. Hey, there we go. Please don't split this across multiple lines. Please actually obey me. 1133. 1133. Yes, and without this, I think it would split it between multiple lines. Actually, I'm gonna check. Yep. And this is like fine, but I don't like it. That's better. I know this should do nothing. Yep. Right, set light, we set it to 0. We skip on zeros. And now we have this path code. If the other light's level is less than what we had here before we set it to 0, what do we do? What do we do? So we add it to the like DQ. Well, not DQ. We add it to the light decrease Q. Alright, so we have light decrease Q, push back, and we say offset pause. Oh, wrong thing. Tab into. Fuck. This. No, I didn't mean to do that. Anyway. Alright. That's all good. And if the light is bigger, and we actually want to check if... Oh, visited positions doesn't actually have this. We know this here. That's fine. So we just say light increase Q, push back, offset pulse. And do we want to in both of these? I guess only here if we want to do this. That it's visited. We need more data. Other light, I guess. Okay. If this works, I'll be surprised. But also, if it doesn't work, I'll be surprised as well. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. Well, that doesn't work. Let's check this case. Wait, doesn't it go through the hole? Maybe let's go through the hole. Get a thing to block this with, and it doesn't work. Oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? Well, I was lying. I'm not surprised, actually. This is very unsurprising. I was somehow expecting this. The interesting thing is that the light doesn't even want to come through. Like when and now it does. Uh-huh. If I put you here, I break this. Okay, you want to come through. Is it only if it's like very next to the light that it doesn't want to do it for some reason? Oh, this is next to the light and it does come through. Alright, that's weird. I don't know. Well, let's see. Why did the decreases not work? Why, oh, why, oh, why? Also, at some point, I'll have to take a look at why remeshing takes so long. I hope it's just the threads. We have this here. They remove this light, and it should propagate a decrease everywhere. It only does it for like 2 positions, and then it gives up. Okay. We did rebuild. We did relaunch the game. So we are using this code. Is setBlock not calling it right? No, we call propagate light from here. So it should all be dependent on this. If light level is 0, then we just put the position there and we propagate a decrease. And if it's an increase, if it's not 0, then yeah, we propagate an increase. Yeah. Yeah. And we have our decrease queue. You get the current light, which should be something. And we set the light to 0. Just fine. And what do we do after that? For all the neighbors, we see if they're in the visited positions thing. It should be only the original position. So our neighbors are not going to be visited. So these entries are vacant. If the other light is 0, we don't care. But the lights are not 0. There is something else than 0. We see if their light level is less than what we had here before, then we put it into the light decrease queue. And then we go to the other neighbors. And here we do set it to 0. Okay. Why does that not work? Seems like it should. Oh, we have a lot of print there. That's fine. Still have a lot of printing here. Why? That shouldn't happen. You're doing the decrease queue here. And if we're increasing the light, no, decrease queue should be empty. Well, anyway. If I destroy this, I have the same outcome. We set everything to 0, basically. If I replace this light, we set everything to 0 all the time. What? What? How? What? Okay. I guess there's some potential for like infinite stuff here where I go through all the time. So I'm not keeping track of which positions are visited. I think this is incorrect, but we'll do that and see what the behavior is. I should have different visited positions for like de-lighting and lighting. And yeah, these are looking like they should be separate functions altogether. We built. Go here. And we set everything to 0 again. For some reason. We set everything to 0 again for some reason. But hey. It works. Why does it work now? So for some reason, keeping track of the visited positions made this okay. Huh. Interesting. I have no clue why. We get the light. Oh, that's not correct. Lol. So I do that and then it just decreases everything. Why do we do that? The light level there should be lower than what it is here. That shouldn't happen. There's some logic error here. If other light is smaller than the current light level, we get our light level. Huh? This is aha moment. I guess we don't do the increase properly afterwards. Okay, this kind of makes sense, but... Okay. So if I place a block here, that makes sense. These are lesser values here. Don't get this. I need to clear these, I think, at the end. Can I do that? Is this a valid operation? It is. Okay. This is horrible, but I want to see if it works. I should have removed the print statement. Still kind of bleeds through or something. Okay, so there was some ghost light there that didn't want to die. Nice, I have implemented lighting bugs. um... Removing the main light works most of the time. Like, blocking it off is strange. But here it works. But I have so much printing going on. Let me disable that. I have no idea why this works right now. But I think the answer is just having separate functions for increase and decreasing, and the decrease function eventually calls the increase function. That works, that's cool. They should also like get rid of the light slowly but surely from this other side. I keep thinking that I need better visualizations for this, but then I don't know. The light itself is a pretty good visualization of the values. Like, this should be high enough. And you didn't disappear. Why? Where is the light source gone from? If I add light and remove light, then it's gone. At least mostly. Remove this and add this, and now these are lit again. Light just doesn't want to die. That's fun. I remove that. Yeah, it's still this wants to live. I have to add light to remove light. I'm wondering, was like the original logic that I saw in the blog post like more correct than what I have? Like, did I fuck it up, or did they fuck it up and like not include some steps? Is my question. Because if they're correct, then this should, I don't know, this should happen here. Let's fully copy what they're doing for a moment. If their light level is non-zero, and it's less than the current node, so it's non-zero, less than the current node, then we set it to 0. And if it is more than the current, yeah, this can't be correct. It just can't be. Like, the logic just doesn't work. Unless I'm missing something very big. Yeah, now we can, like, place the light and remove it, and it stays behind. It works a surprising amount, not gonna lie. Wait, this goes through? Why does it work better? Well, does it work better? I don't think it does, actually. I think it has the same issues. If I move this back to here, I got a Discord ping. Wow, I gotta mute. Oh, I just realized, I don't have my other Discord tab muted. I'm gonna go there and mute it. There you go. So someone just DM'd me on Discord and asked me how's the SSM game looking, and this is the engine that I'm eventually gonna be making that in. Um, kind of funny that they ask me right now as I'm streaming. Ay ay ay. Anyway, let's see. Does this go through? It does go through. And if we place this block here, it does delight. So this works the same as the other thing, but I do need to separate the propagation stuff into two functions, and yeah. I don't know exactly what the problem is, which is annoying. The lights like keep each other alive or something, which is really interesting. If I relight the whole world, then oh, it doesn't even then. I guess I don't remove all lights. True. 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 Uh. 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 Yeah. There we go. Is this message on Discord? Ay. Why do lights have to be bad? Well, time to just split this into two functions. I think that'll make this better. I don't need this underscore here anymore. I'm actually gonna copy this here. Call this decrease. Yep. We do. I guess I'm also gonna bundle the alt light data here. Okay, but I can just copy this name, do that. Boom. Still gonna keep track of this. We need these. It's fine. I'm gonna do yoink. You take this loop. Yoink. Yoink. Do that. Yep. Fine. See if anything cries. It does. Oh yeah. Okay. I need to make this a tuple. What do I call it down here? Light data. Oh, actually, yeah, I need the increase Q as well. I guess at least. But I guess, okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm not gonna pass in an already existing one. I'm just gonna return one. I think that makes sense. Yep. That, and then we turn a vectq lost type. We say that it's a tuple. i32 3, and then like data. Return that. At the very end, we do be returning this. Okay. Okay. This is fair. We don't need this here. We can move this here. Also this here. Now the types for the light queue is the same between these two functions. Increase. I don't need an empty thing here. And decrease here. So good. He doesn't cry. It does cry. And we say increase here. What? Yeah, we don't need decrease queue here. What? Okay. Doing that. Other light. Other I accidentally deleted the other brace. Yep. It has to be mutable. Right. We don't cry anymore. Which is very good. We're not gonna have visited positions, so it's gonna be just a new hatch map. Chunks, and then chunks to relight. I don't think this will work. Don't think this will work. The same logic error should still be here. Yeah, it's even worse now. Do we even let this set the light 0 to anywhere? Let's see. Decrease. What do we do here? What do da da da? We do set it to 0 here. So we have our position. We place a block. I wanted to set this to 0. We actually don't want to do this. I want to hit the max light. Bro. Oh yeah. This is slightly incorrect, but it's better than not working at all. Go here again. So now this thing works, right? Oh, these little leftovers. We just didn't have these. Anyway. No! Why do you do this? It's almost there. Almost there. This doesn't want to work for some reason. What if we don't do this check? Will we infinite loop is the first question, right? That's the very first question. Will we infinite loop? We will. Die, please. No. Don't eat my computer. We will infinite loop. Yes. What if we don't do this here? Fuck. Oh yeah, because I need this check. I love how fast the infinite loop. It was like a couple frames rendered. Okay. It's even worse. It is even worse. What if I don't have this check here? What if we don't do that? Is it then correct? Professional coding, by the way. That works. Again, it's way worse. I have no idea how, but this is. What? How? 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 Like, I feel like all these checks have some harmony together that I'm not grasping. And I'm poking, and every single poke just angers the harmony. And then the code just doesn't want to work. And it's like, okay. Why? Why? Is it the increase thing that's like too generous or something? Shouldn't be. Hmm. It might be. The only thing that I can think of is I'm doing this in the wrong place. Would that actually cause all this chaos? It causes more chaos. It just don't want to die. Or is it because I'm setting lights inside of the blocks? Oh. Am I doing that? If the model is not 0, we don't do anything to it. And this is air check. We actually do set light levels inside of blocks. I think that's the reason. I think this is what's fucking me right now. I really do. So okay. We say or other block model is not equal to air. Okay, this is still in the wrong place. Let me fix that real fast. Yeah, I need also this. Pim. What do we have? Spaces here. Okay, pim. Copy that. Do it here. Oh. Where's the air? Oh, okay, there's one parentheses missing. I just realized early in the stream I called the parentheses a brace, but next thing. Okay, let's see what happens. Here we don't have any nasty little bugs here. That hurts. That actually does hurt. Now let me change the increase propagation. Actually, we don't set the light to anything else except... Yeah. Air. This is true. I'm dumb. We do set it here. That's fine. If the model is anything else than air, then we'd never touch it. So why is the set light here in two places? That seems like it's unnecessary. I think I'll comment this out. Yeah, still, this works. That's good. Why? Why? We not set the blocks to 0 or something? If the... Okay, so here we explicitly check. If the model isn't air, then we put it into the decrease queue. And there, we do set it to 0, right? We do that. Yes. Okay, let's try to... Actually, let's think through this. GIMP jump scare. I like... Why can't I make this tab smaller? Oh, it's just like that. Okay. Can I add you to here? Okay, fuck you. I just want space to draw. Guess I'll do this. Okay, so we have... So we have our light. It's gonna be, you know... It's gonna be this everywhere. This is a lot of numbers. I don't want to do all that. Let's start with 3. Let's make also a grid maybe. I was gonna mark once this. There's gonna be one fancy one, but everything else is gonna be not fancy. This is another one. This is 2. This is 1. And there's a 1 here as well. Okay, so these are the propagation values. We set some light down. You know, we have our shit. This goes around. And now we are in the decrease queue. Now let's say we well, okay, so destroying this works, right? It properly propagates the destruction, like the decrease. Everything is fine. But the problem comes when I block all these off. I like individually place the block in each and every one of these positions. It just doesn't get rid of some of the lights around. And that's really interesting. So Let's say we place a thing here. What should happen? What is the end result of this? We have our decrease. I remember this is a 2. And then we actually do already set it to 0. So let's yeah. We set this to 0. But you remember there was a 2 here. Alright. Technically we think this is the max light, but that... Well, okay, let's actually use that logic. We do that. Like here where we set the light level, we say that it's max light. So we think this is a 3. And this is 0 now. Then we go to all the neighboring positions. We see, have we visited this before? And, you know, we haven't visited any of this before, so we don't really care. We don't do anything. We take the other block and the light. If the light level is 0 on the other block, we ignore it. It's not the case for any of the neighbors here. Then we see if the other block's light level is less than the current light level, which is what was passed here. We check if it's less than 3, which is the max light in the scenario. And the block is, or the block is something else than air. I think this check is irrelevant, but anyway. We assume that these things are air. So the other light is less than 3. Then what do? We put it to the decrease queue. And then we mark it as visited. So all these, we'll mark them like this. These positions are visited. Because none of them are 0. And, you know, all of them are less than 3. And then we get to the source, where the light level is not less than 3. This is the maximum. And then we mark it as visited still. And then we have the decrease here. You process this position. You set it to 0. Also, wait. Because this wasn't less than 3, this gets set to the increase queue. So I guess I can mark it like this. Okay. But the end result here, well actually this is going to be a bit more interesting. I guess this doesn't have any neighbors that are not visited, because this should also be marked as visited. They don't really care about that. Let's see this neighbor. So we remember it was a 1 here. Remember our value here was a 1. Yeah, that makes sense. We set it to 0. Then we compare it to this neighbor. What do we find? We find that the neighbor is the neighbor is bigger than what we had here. We go to the else thing and we put it to the light increase queue. We also mark it as visited, and we don't touch that light value. So everything should be fine. And the same happens here, where this gets this to 0, and then this is visited, this is marked bada be buru bada, right? All that happens. Make my eraser a bit bigger, maybe. Hardness a bit bigger also, like 75 maybe, or 80. Get rid of all these. And we have some stuff marked for the increases. And it also affects this size. Okay. Okay. Then in the increase queue, let's go to the increase thing. So we take the first thing off the increase queue. In this case, it probably is this. Set this to 2. Then we actually put these in the increase queue. These positions. But it also gets done here. Don't think the duplication there matters. Hopefully it doesn't. Basically set. Oh no, but this is something else than air now. Oh, is it something else than air? I think it is. I think that's the problem. Okay, we set the block right here. And we do all our light updates. No, we do all our block updates, whatever. And the last thing is the light update. Yeah. This is going to be 0. It's something else than air. This should get set to 1. This should get set to 1. It should work correctly. And if you repeat the same thing for all of these, like this becomes 0. This becomes 0, this becomes 0. And all of these should also be crossed out, and then they should be 0. But there's some neat logic error somewhere that I'm not catching right now. I think I actually do need better visualizations for this. Maybe. I really wonder what the issue is. So we'll do this. We're gonna return this as well. Or do we do it like this? I'm gonna do it a bit differently. Okay. Yep. Need 3 reference, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so this, like, basic case still works. That's good. This doesn't. What? I have a light source and has no light. What? This control. What the fuck is going on? Hello? What are we doing? What are we smoking? What are we smoking? Let's not do this check. Okay. Let's just not. What the hell? Okay, this still works. Our lights don't go through blocks. That's good. Check also here. Yep. And this seems to work. You know, everything is fine. Yeah, this still doesn't produce the right result. That's expected. Am I consuming the queue in the wrong order or something? Am I? Is that actually the... Don't tell me. Actually, please do tell me. Please do tell me that I was just doing the wrong thing. And this works now. Please do tell me. I do want to live in that world. Fuck. It's even more broken. What about blocking? Yeah, no, it's even more broken. What if we do this here? What if we pop front there and pop back here? Let's go. Let's go. Or the other way around. I'm willing to check. Because this makes no sense to me. Okay, that doesn't work. Yep. 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 I'm at the bargaining stage of coding. You know it's real when you get there. It's not that. Okay. worst part is that I'm actually not getting a clear picture of what this is even doing right now. Like, I don't know exactly what these values are, right? I don't know where the hotspots are. So that's a big problem. Let's fix that. First, we change the nearest filtering. Here we say that albedo is worldwide, basically. That's what we do. And have absolute darkness, that's fine. And now we actually see the raw light values. What the fuck is going on here? Okay. You just decided to hang out. Cool. Even the propagation is broken? What? Okay. Oh, well, this is decrease that it's broken. Yeah, okay, okay. It's not the propagation, right? This is the decreasing is broken. I knew that already. No, the propagation is broken as well. I wish I had a hanging punching bag in my room. It'd be really good stress release right now. Okay. But all this time I've been trying to debug without actually seeing what the values are, clearly, which is a huge mistake. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? What is this? We just have lower values for fun? For fun. For fun, we just insert lower values into the middle. The same here. And then when we destroy this, everything goes away except these erroneous values. Okay. Do they grow over time? No. This side does. Or it did. Okay. Well, let's place this and try to block the light. So this seems correct. Oh, what did we increase there? Oh, this is nasty. Something ain't right. It's like a lighthouse puzzle or something. That's what it seems like. What? Is it because of this? Shouldn't be. Because you go to all the offset positions anyway. Okay. The only condition that we break out of this is if we don't have any position to go through. We get the remembered light level. Then we set the light to the, well, we set it to the current light level. Okay. That's fair. Because we're propagating forwards. If the current light level is 1, we don't do anything more, because the surroundings would be just set to 0. And for all surrounding positions, we see if we visited them before, which should be no. The case should be no. We haven't visited them before. We get the block and the light. If the... Is this incorrect? Now let's just go through this. If the other light is one above us, we don't have to go there. That's true. Let's think about this without this. If the other light is equal to us, we don't want to go there because we wouldn't change anything. If the other light level is bigger than us, we don't want to go there. And if the other light is one level lower than us, it's already correct. So that's why we say +1 here. And I hope I don't need braces here. But we'll put them. We'll put them here. If the other block is not air, we don't care about it. That's true. Okay, so don't set the light here. That's fine, because it'll get set here anyway. All right, here. That's fine. I pressed F11. And then we marked that position as visited. Is this the devil? I don't know. It might be. It might be the devil. Place this, and we just have lower values for who knows why. These are indeed lower values. Lower values in my yard. For fun. For fucking fun. If I traverse this in the right order, I feel like this shouldn't happen. But this point, we take this out. We take this out and we see if we cause an infinite loop. Hopefully not. We do cause an infinite loop. Why? Why do we cause an infinite loop here? Is this too early? Do we actually want to just do it here? No, this is infinite loop material again. Ow, how's that oh yeah, I'm not checking if the entry is vacant. No, I am. But I'm not doing this here. Was this logic fine before? Did I break it at some point? I feel like that's the case. Yeah, again, lower values for fun. Okay. we want to get these changes. Checkpoint 3. This is why I have these checkpoint commits. Let's just go to when everything was fine. I'm gonna bring my changes. Okay. I'm gonna see how this worked before. Before I try to do light decrease propagation. I need to relight manually. Okay. Here, everything just works. Everything is fine. Everything works. If I remove that, I relight, nothing happens. Right? Place this here, relight. We don't get lower values for fun. Somewhere on the way, when I just try to hack away at the light system, I just broke it completely. I don't know where, but I think I need a fresh start. So I love how this looks, like the debug values. Yes. Yes. I'm suffering. But, you know, it do be like that sometimes. Let me go to here. Actually, I can't even, the commits are not visible here because I haven't pushed them. Can I do this without screwing myself? I can. Leave this here. So I have these 3 commits where I try to make light propagation better. And, you know, like make it like happen on demand. Like you place a block and then we propagate the light from that block, like forwards. And somehow I broke everything. So now I'm going on my save me branch where I don't have those potentially bad changes. And we're just gonna like try to start a bit fresher, right? Fair. Yeah. But you know, sometimes you have to struggle to get to the desired end result. And it was actually, how to say, like I always tell myself, it's like, oh, and others, it's like, oh, you know, you should debug things visually, like have very clear debug visuals, and it will like show you everything that you need to know, right? I always say that, and then I ignore the advice myself. I hate that I ignore the advice. Because even now, if I just turn this visualization on, which shows me the raw light values, I would have known way earlier that there's something kind of like deeply wrong with how the light propagation is happening. Yeah. So that's where we're at currently. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. Wait, what do you mean it's not working well? You mean the background thing? Like the background color? That's intentional. But if there's some other issue, then I don't know what to say. Yeah, if you're heading out already, yeah, have a good one. Ay, 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 ay. So basically, I just have to restart the progress. uh... Well, yeah, let's gotta start again. Restart. We don't have any sign of a propagate light function here. We just have our relight world, which, you know, goes through every single block and then just does the lights. Right? That's what we have currently. That's where we are mentally. And we are entering the wonderful world of propagating lights in real time. You know, only changing what needs to be changed. New exciting territory. And we have not spent the past few days trying to make it work and failing. Like, these aren't even separate functions yet. Okay, we're here. We're here. I might be able to get to one of the earlier commits, actually. Let's go to main. Bring our changes. I think this might have been fine. I don't think at this position yet everything is fucked. So I do have the propagate light function here. And I do have the, like, transfer data to mesh instances as a separate thing. Yeah, here I had some light propagation state stuff. Oh, I already had it here, actually. Okay. Is this fine? Because we removed the propagation state stuff here. I think this might be a good commit to go to. Okay. Let's check. Let's rebuild. Let's test it again. Yeah, reload. We're gonna be here. Place the light. And we don't have incorrect values for fun, and we didn't even have to relight the whole world. And if I do, okay, there's still some incorrect stuff there. Okay. I never debugged this. They're mostly fine. But for some reason, these are not set. Are these at chunk boundaries? If I relight the whole world, well, that doesn't get set, but these do. Okay. Let's go to the grass example. Let's relight the whole world. Have these work. Place the light here. It seems to be just fine. Place another here. There's already one missing. Like, this value should be set. Actually, no. This goes down a block, so it's actually, it should be fine. Yeah. If I place the block here, then yeah, we see that the value actually is there, but it's like, yeah, It's correct. So easy to see here. Place the light there. Are these missing values? No, they're not. Anything new if we relight everything? Very interesting. I wonder why here, if I place the light here, it just stops here. Very, very curious. Oh, I know why there's no chunk there. Yeah, okay. It literally just did not render because there's no chunk there. That's fine. I think the light values are still there, but the literally just wasn't the chunk to display them in. And if I relight the whole world, then it creates those chunks. If I relight now, place this now, will it work? Okay, it doesn't. But here it places. So it doesn't create chunks when we're doing that. But I don't think that's the main issue that I have. So if I like place a block there, we're gonna have a chunk there. Place this here. Still? Is that no, that's not another chunk. Oh, actually, it might have been. It might have been. So we make sure we place the block here. Now it's in the top chunk. Place the light here. We're gonna place blocks the whole way. There are certainly chunks everywhere there. Okay, it still does not want to do it. It lights these, but not these. That's very, very interesting. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? We do get chunk here, so we actually should have the chunk anyway. Hmm. Hmm. Is this display issue or values issue? I think it's just a display issue and I shouldn't pay too much attention to it. Like there's something here that just doesn't want to display those. That's fine. Don't think that's my issue. Like the real issue is when we start getting lower values. Like if I place this here and we see that we have lower values on the edge, then that's the real like problem. Right? And we're not getting that. There's just like some missing display stuff, which is fine. I placed a fucking another light source. Great job, me. Yeah, if I place that, that happens. If I relight the entire world, we get everything. Okay, why is relighting the entire world propagating a single block different? Relight the world. Do we just not mark it for relighting? Bro. No, set light should do that. Yeah, yeah. We do that here. What are the other differences? To add everything to the light queue. No, we only add light sources to the light queue. That makes sense. Visited positions insert, yep. Do we not call here otherwhere? Otherwhere. I think this is the reason that doesn't happen elsewhere. I could type, that'd be epic. Yeah, so here we don't do this. And what if instead when we relight the world, we didn't propagate the light, actually. And we only do this. Right? We only do that. So now if I place down a light, it should start like putting, let's put these lights here. If I press this, it doesn't do anything. That's not supposed to happen. Supposed to transfer the data. But it doesn't do that for some reason. Why? Why? So take the world position and the light data. That makes sense. We say it's max light, yeah. Here, take one position, which is the world position already. Is this the reason? It shouldn't be. We propagate the light in the same way. There aren't many differences here. Yet it is different. I'm treating it as a logic error right now instead of this. Well, I mean, of course it's a logic error anyway. Oh, okay, now we have light, max light everywhere all the time. That's not what we want. What? Is it that we mark everything for relighting? Is that the issue? Wait, where do we mark the... No, because in set light we mark it for relighting. Where do we make this false? We do it here. Okay. This is another error that I don't understand. What? I wish I got like a compiler error for this stuff instead of whatever this is. Why are you not traveling below this, man? Tell me. It's very clearly this chunk just doesn't want to exist with light. This hates light. This is one specific chunk. You know, we know the chunk definitely exists, right? Once I touch that surface, it just... Oh! I'm supposed to have light? Huh? Oh. What? This the reason? Okay, let's clear the console output. This here. Okay, we get a LMAO nice error 4 times. We get it 4 times. 1, 2. I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't know. They have chunks without chunk mesh instances, basically, is the issue. Or this should never happen. We destroyed these blocks beforehand, now it was happy. I was like, yep, we can do this. We'll propagate the light. Now it didn't want to do it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks down. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's unrelated error. I should not get sidetracked more. Very interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm dropping frames. That's a lot of drop frames. Do I connect to Wi-Fi? Disconnect from here. We're still dropping frames. Damn, that's annoying.